Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to mention some of my favorite products that I've been loving for the month of April, and better late than never, right? And I'm looking down and once again we're all pretty affordable products. There's one that's supposedly more high-end, but it's on the affordable side, which isn't, like, comparing to some drugstore prices these days, it's actually, I can call it pretty afford. It's not gonna hurt you completely to purchase it. So the first product that I wanted to mention, this is the Neutrogena Hydroboost foundation, and I did a review and demo on this foundation. I really did like it, and I just found myself reaching for it because I love how hydrating it feels, how like plumping it feels. I have dry skin, so this is really hard to find in a lot of foundations, so when you find it, you keep it and you love it forever. But I just love the hydration and just how cooling and glow, how much of a natural glow it gives my face. I picked up mine in the shade Nude. My one downfall with it was that it does oxidize, but this is a little bit lighter, so it kind of oxidizes and kind of meets the right skin tone for me eventually. So that's one thing to kind of, you know, be a little bit wary about. But overall, after I kind of like did that review and demo, after I was using it, after I was really liking it, I was like, damn, I'm reaching for this a lot. So this is definitely just a foundation that I kind of keep on like my top dresser, my current foundations that I'm using, and this one has not left and gone into the drawer for me to, even as I've been trying other new ones. So especially for the summertime, something really lightweight that still feels really hydrating. This is definitely, I was impressed because I've tried like maybe some Neutrogena skincare products, and for some reason they don't agree with my skin. I feel like maybe they're better for oily skin, so I was a little bit, you know, hesitant to pick up this one, but gotta say, this foundation is agreeing with my dry skin. With that foundation, the brush, because I've been using that foundation so much, the brush that I have been loving with it, I can't remember if I mentioned it in my March favorites, but if not, you know what, it's still a favorite. This is the Wet n Wild Stippling brush. This is how much I've been using it. It's still a little bit dirty, but I love it. This is maybe like $3 max. You can find these at Walgreens, anywhere you can find Wet n Wild, probably Target as well, maybe Walmart. Really affordable, but the actual tips of this brush is the pink, so it's a white and the little pink top. Sorry I didn't get a chance to clean it, but that's how you know I've been using it, and I have been loving it. And so if you've been looking for, you know, really affordable stippling brush, flat top stippling brush, check out the Wet n Wild. If you're someone starting off with makeup, or if you just don't feel like spending a lot of money on brushes in general, check out this line of brushes. This is definitely one that I have been enjoying. Another brush that I have been loving, this is the e.l.f. brush. This is from their kind of like clear collection. This is a little bit more expensive than their other brushes. This runs for about $10. I know, but I did like this one a lot. I'm not sure what they call this one. They could recommend it for maybe you can use for blush, you can use it for bronzer, you can use it for cream and or powder products. I really love this a lot for like when I use for bronzer and contouring, because this fits like perfectly right into the cheekbone. So if you want that real nice precise cheekbones, really lift it a little bit, I love this brush so much, and just kind of like swirl it around. So if you love that definition, I think this brush is amazing. I've been every time I do my makeup, I'm looking for it. I was like, alright, you can't play favorites, but I was playing favorites just a little bit. But I do love this brush, and I'm glad I ended up getting it, because I ended up getting it with one of my friends. We decided, it's like, you know what, you know, we're on a running game. We're like, okay, how about we treat ourselves? We, you know, run to Target, and then basically that's kind of like our reward for going on our run, is we pick something up. And the trick is, though, you can only buy what you can run back home with. So I picked up this, just run with your hand, here's my reward. It was a great reward to choose. $10, but I think definitely the quality's there. You know, it's definitely one of the more, you know, higher end brushes from the e.l.f. brush line. Sometimes their brushes anywhere from $3 to $6. This one's $10. I know, a little bit crazier. It's more on their luxe line, but I think it's well worth it. The bristles are really, really soft, and the blendability, it just airbrushes everything. I think it just blends everything beautifully. So if you want to kind of expand from the regular brush line, definitely I think this is one that I've tried that is worth it. I've mentioned this product before, but I've been using it a lot. So this is the LA Girl. This is their Pro Concealer, and I use their Pro Concealers for underneath my eyes to contour my face, but I have been loving this one. This is their Peach Concealer. They have an orange one, which I picked up, and the only reason I don't like it because I feel like that's better for someone with medium to deep skin tones to cancel out the under eye circles. It just matters, makes a difference whether your skin tone, if you're a little bit like lighter like I am, or if you're a little bit deeper, or if you're in between, maybe get the two and mix them because they're so affordable. So you can even do that, make your own concoction, and kind of add equal parts of what you might be needing for your skin tone, so you can adjust from there. But for me, I have been loving the peach one. I think it goes really, really well, and I feel like it makes a difference when I use my peach concealer, especially if I'm using maybe a lighter concealer underneath my eyes, because I do have dark circles, so I feel like this just kind of makes them less prominent. It makes a difference. It makes you look a little bit more awake. And I like using this for me personally, and I like having some for my kids. So that's where I do have a peach and a orange concealer. So depending on skin tones, I can kind of color match from there. So if you need an affordable, you know, color correcting concealer for underneath the eyes for dark circles, or dark spots around the face, I definitely like the LA Girl Pro Concealer, the Peach Corrector, and or the orange one, depending on your skin tone. A skincare product that I have been loving, this is the Pixi, a skincare product that I have been loving, this is the Pixi Glow Mud Mask. So I feel like I go through different masks. I especially love hydrating masks just to bring the moisture, bring the hydration back to my face because I do have dry skin. But I also do like purifying, deep cleaning masks that are just gonna like suck everything out. But the problem with those is that a lot of the times they're really drying. So after I do that, I have to do a hydrating one, I have to moisturize. You know, you have to do a little bit extra work. I do like those, but especially in the winter times, that's when it's like, oh, I need moisture, moisture, moisture. So why not get something that's glowing and it's gonna like suck all the impurities out of your face? Honestly, I have been loving the Pixi skincare line. So I started off with their toner, I loved it. I picked up the mud mask, I loved it. I picked up their rosehip oil, I am loving it. I'm gonna mention that in my May favorite, spoiler alert. But I have been loving little by little because that's the only downfall. They aren't super cheap. But also, they're still cheaper than some, you know, skincare products from Sephora or Ulta that'll be $30+. I think the most is that rosehip oil has been like $24, but that's still like, it's not too crazy. Honestly, for me, I will invest in my skincare because I love, when it comes to makeup, drugstore, high-end, honestly, you can find really great items either way. But when it comes to drugstore skincare, I feel like for my skin type, for dry skin, I feel like maybe sometimes there's a little bit too much alcohol in some drugstore skincare, so it becomes like really drying, and it just like strips my skin. So it's a little bit too much. It's a little too harsh for me. Pixi, I feel like their line, it's all about glow, hydration, you know, just like plumping. I'm like, perfect. Just what I've been looking for. And if I have to pay a little bit more, you know what, it's working so far. I was like, I need to buy like everything, but I can't because it's like $24 every time. $15, like, ugh, okay, let's try little by little, especially since it's a little bit more expensive. But so far, 3 for 3. And the Glow Mud Mask I love because I feel like I'm definitely getting like a fresh clean, but also I'm getting that kind of glowing effect. So I have been loving it. And then as well as, I like the smell. I think it's the ginseng in it. I don't know why. It reminds me of my grandmother, my dad's mom. I remember for some reason when I go to her house and like in the bathroom, it smelled like ginseng. So I kind of like that little reminiscence. So every time I wear it, it just reminds me of that. But in general though, I do really like the mask. You get a good amount of product. It's a 15-minute facial mask. So honestly, it's like, okay, I forget how much this one is. I'll list the price down below. Anywhere from $15 to $24. But I feel like, you know, for some that I paid $30 for, like the same amount, I'm like, okay, $15, let's try this, plus it's more glowing. Definitely check it out if you like it. I wish it was one of like those peeling ones so you can really like get all those blackheads out. I know Boscia has like that luminizer mask, but for me, I haven't been able to spend those like $34+ yet, so I was like, you know what, we're gonna use a Pixi in the meantime. And so far, so good for dry skin. Okay, so the one product that isn't like completely drugstore, but I still feel like it's pretty affordable. Honestly, when you go to Sephora, everything at Sephora is expensive, but where you can feel like, oh, okay, this is like the cheaper stuff, is the Sephora their actual Sephora line where it's like, okay, where else, what other makeup product here are you gonna find for like $14 that isn't a sample size? So I have another Sephora lip stain that I have been loving. So this one is in the number 24. I kind of hate that they don't have the name, just the number on here. So for number 24, I'll put the name right down here, but it's the color that I'm wearing on my lips and I love it. So if you kind of want to go a little bit more vampy, but it's not too vampy, it's, I don't know how to explain it. It's like not too like shocking of a color. It's still like a nice berry, but just like a little step up. You want to just step your game up a little bit. You're not like super ready to go full on vamp. I think this is a good transition color into it. Or in general, if you just love these colors. And in general, I do love this formula. I feel like they kind of changed up the formula of this line of their lip stains. Because before, in general, they're not super matte. So if you're someone who likes a liquid lipstick idea, but you don't like the feeling of liquid lipsticks because it's so damn drying and sometimes it just sucks the life out of your lips, I would definitely check out the Sephora lip stains because it feels like it's like a matte. It's gonna stay on all day. I feel like you might, actually no. Unless you press really hard, you're gonna get the lipstick on there. But it's not super duper drying. It feels comfortable on the lips and it's gonna stay on longer than a traditional lipstick. So this is like the happy medium right before you get to full on liquid lipstick. So, and honestly, even if you have to reapply, it doesn't feel like it's cracking like it would with the liquid lipstick. So number 24, and my last favorites, I mentioned the other color. I do remember the name for that one, Copper Blush. Love it so much. It's a nice dusty mauvey rosy pink color, which I think everybody just needs in their collection. That one's very complimentary. This one also I feel like is going to be very complimentary in all skin tones. The last product that I want to mention, this is the number 7. This is their bronzer, and I love that one, it comes in 3 different shades, because you know when a line has a bronzer, it's like one bronzer is supposed to work for everybody, but it's like it's either going to be too light or too dark for some people. I like that this comes in 3 different shades. I picked up mine in the shade Golden Sand, and I love the packaging. It's a nice like coppery type of, almost like rose gold, but coppery, and ooh, it looks so pretty. I like the little mark that it has on there. It has a mirror, which I think is really great, but it just looks so nice and luxe. But the formula and the color. The color I feel like works for my skin tone. I'm not sure if this is the like the medium one or the lighter one. It's definitely not the darker one, but Golden Sand, I just love the color. I love the formula for this. I've definitely been reaching for it. Also, if you're not sure what color you are, wherever you can find number 7, normally 9 times out of 10 they have like testers for you. So for their foundations, for their bronzers, for their blushes, you can swatch the colors, which I think all products should have, because then people are less likely to return it because the color didn't match, you know? You hear me? You hear me? Why doesn't everybody do that? They used to do that at Walgreens and then they kind of like gave up. I don't know. But I think that was really, really helpful because I was like, I wouldn't know what color to choose, but because I was able to swatch, I was like, I think this is gonna work. Guess what? It worked. I'm keeping it. I like it because the formula is also really, really great. So if you want to kind of venture out and try some number 7 products, I know it's kind of like been like the curiosity is like, ooh, should I try it? Should I not? I would definitely say check out their bronzer. So those are some of my favorite products for the month of April. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you've tried any of these products and you've liked them or not liked them, I don't know, not everything works out for everybody, definitely let me know. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with some more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.